Hello, everybody. It is your girl, Presh, and I'm back with another video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you never miss a video when I do upload. And don't forget to share my videos wherever, with whoever, so they know you rocks with your girl. Shout out to my 175 subbies. I love each and every one of you. If I sound stuffed up, you guys know from my last video that you saw, I am battling allergies, okay? But we are better than we were last week and the week before last, and that's why y'all didn't get no content, okay? But nonetheless, we're better than we were, okay? If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. I'm your girl, Precious. This is the Precious B channel. If you've been here before, what is it, baby boo? Shout out to you. You already know you my precious baby and my baby boo. If you have been watching my content but have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Okay, you see it. Come join the party, me and you. Okay, we could be a thing or two. Okay, you could be a precious baby or a baby boo, whichever you so choose. Okay. What else I'm gonna tell you guys? Oh, y'all already know. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell button so when I do upload, you guys are automatically notified because my videos are pre-recorded but they premiere live. Okay, also don't forget to hit the thumbs up, of course. That helps with people finding your girl in the algorithm, the recommending my videos and what's up next and all of that jazz. So please continue to hit the thumbs up. And of course, if you want to be extra special, you could drop down in the comments, get your eagle on, and I will most definitely talk back to you. Okay, all right. And of course, don't forget to check the description bar down below. You'll find all of my perfectly curated playlists, reviews, and etc. Just my 2 cents. Oh, what is it? Reviews and etc. is just my 2 cents. What you bought hauls, new hair, who this? What's your scent? Vlogmas, Drag Race, and I believe I added the Bridgerton playlist. I should have. If not, it should be there. But without further ado, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get to this video because it happened! Part 1 of season 3 dropped, you guys. We are no longer doing just my 2 cents. This is a what you watching video. That's right, children. This is what you watching for season 3, part 1 of Bridgerton. And I'm excited. Are you excited? I just did my 3rd rewatch today. Okay, I did my 1st and 2nd rewatch Thursday and Friday. It took me a little break on Saturday. Did my 3rd rewatch today. The day of me filming this is Sunday. But happy Monday and or Tuesday when I decide to drop this video. So happy first week after pollen. How are y'all feeling? Are y'all excited that we literally have less than, I want to say, 25 days until part 2 drops, and it must make haste. Damn it, I am excited. But nonetheless, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get into the thing. So I do have my notes for each episode, okay, and of course we have our theories, okay. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about episode 1. So episode 1 was called Out of the Shadows, and what I loved the most about episode 1 was the fact that all of the wallflowers, the girls to get overlooked, the girls who aren't really ever thought about, they got the shout out in the first Lady Whistledown paper since coming back from the summer. Everybody's back, fresh out of the country. They're ready for the season. And I love the fact that Penelope took her time and shouted out all the girls who would be considered wallflowers. So I 100% am like amazed that they did that. I like the way they did the makeover. So with the makeover, they made it to where they literally put Penelope in some of her classic pieces. I will say the green outfit that she wore when they first came back, I loved it. That wasn't like a horrible piece. Like, I lived for the green outfit. The second outfit that she had on with her mom was walking through the shops. I want to say that was an outfit she wore either last season or the first season. That's like a callback piece right there. That was from either season 1 or 2. And of course, the piece that we saw her in when she was basically being a creeper, watching the Bridgertons come outside to see Francesca off to her debut, and of course they ran into Colin outside looking all good like a snack a deck. Did y'all see her? Like, oh my god. Also, let's talk about Francesca and the fact that Sus had got up real early in the morning, got herself together, went and had her breakfast, and was downstairs playing music, waiting on everybody else. Everybody was outside the door waiting on Francesca. And Katina was like, well, ain't that Francesca down there playing the piano, forte and whatnot? Cause that's ain't no, cause everybody else is here. Kate, Anthony, Benedict, Gregory, Hyacinth, Eloise, Violet. We all her. Who we missing? Francesca. So they went downstairs and Francesca was down there getting on the piano. Anthony being the, big brother. Girl, all that practicing did you some good. That sound good, friend. And Violet was like, Francesca, hello. She was like, well, you ain't got to yell now. I'm ready. Hyacinth was like, girl, I was outside stalking your door like a prey. She said, yeah, girl, I was up before you. You ain't got to worry about it. I was up before the sun came up. You ain't got to worry about it, friend. So, of course, everybody got ready. And Francesca was like, I was just waiting on y'all. Y'all ready? All right, let's go. And then Benedict had his funny moment. He was like, you know what she was playing, right? And Violet was like, no. He was like, was it Mozart or Beethoven's funeral march? And Violet said, oh. Yeah, baby. we going to do. What else happened? Oh, Queen Charlotte is sick of y'all. Queen Charlotte is sick of you heifers. Baby, Queen Charlotte sat there at another debut and was like, it's some more heifers, Brimsley. Baby, go on and give me a casket or something. These bitches is boring me. They are boring me to death. I am sick of this. Queen Charlotte was sick of them. You hear me? Sick of them. I will say I loved the fact that when Colin had walked up and everybody was like, is that our brother Colin? He was like, sorry, y'all had got stuck in presentation traffic or whatever. And then after he gave Eloise a hug, he had looked over and seen Penelope. And I was like, mm-hmm. But see, I feel like he seen Turbo was stunting her because she didn't write him back. Any other time, I really do believe he'd have been like, excuse me, ain't that Penelope? Like, I feel like he'd have stunted her a little bit, but he was mad because she didn't write him back or whatever. Can we talk about the fact that Colin was charming all of the wallflowers at the luncheon thing that they was having for Queen Charlotte, and she didn't even bother showing up to, because again, she's sick of y'all. Queen Charlotte is sick of y'all. She's sick of y'all. She don't have nothing to do with y'all. Y'all was bothering her spirits. Cressida is a big ass hater. Can we talk about it? Like, the first thing she say is, look at Penelope in another little ugly dress is basically what she was finna say. And Eloise had to come over there and get her together. And she was like, oh, hey, friend, I was looking for you or whatever. And so Penelope was looking like, bitch, I know my ass is deceiving me. I just know my good Judy ain't over here with the ops. Yes, girl, your good Judy was chilling with the ops. And we are all confusion and befuddled. Because, girl, what? What? Girl, what? Eloise. Okay, whatever. What else happened? Oh, I love the fact that they addressed the time jump, right? So when Colin came over there after he was, charming all the wallflowers, he sees Penelope. He was like, Penelope, hey, friend, I ain't seen you in the month of Sundays, friend. It feel like years done passed. And it's only been a couple months. He said, and tell me if I'm wrong, but what's up with Eloise and Cressida? She was like, yeah, a whole bunch to change. It do feel different, like you said. It feel like years have gone by. So I like the fact that they addressed the time jump. And I feel like a lot of y'all probably didn't catch it because half y'all probably didn't read the book. But in the book, there's a 10-year time gap between the time we get to the debut of Penelope and the time her and Colin get married. But it's only been 3 years instead of 10. So I like the fact that they do address that. I like the way they did that. So bravo to whatever writer wrote that line for Colin and Penelope to address the elephant in the room. What else? Oh, Prudence. I like the fact that we're getting back to like how they presented Prudence to us in season one, because season two Prudence was just stupid for no reason. Can we talk about it? Like, I feel like in season one Prudence wasn't ditzy, and then all of a sudden in season two she was low key a little ditzy, and I didn't care for that. But I like the fact that now she's a little more present. She knows what's going on. Like, yeah, she not there, but she at least knew a little something in season one, child. So I like that. I love the comedy of it all. I love the fact that we do get to see this funny awkwardness to Penelope and Colin's relationship and just the whole overall situation of what we finna get into. So I loved everything about that. Um, I like the fact that Violet is being more, what can I say? More respecting of like Francesca's space because of what happened with Eloise. Excuse me. And learning that all of her daughters are not the same. And I like the fact that it took for what happened with Eloise and Anthony season 2 for Violet to really understand that her children are not all the same. Everybody's different. Okay, so I kind of like that we're getting that this season with Violet, where she's truly, honestly paying attention to her children and getting to know them as people versus the ideals of who or what they should be because of society. And I like that. I like that a lot. I love the growth we got to see from Eloise within the first few episodes, but I mainly liked that you could genuinely tell that Eloise is trying her best to be a good friend to Cressida, as well as not being a bad friend to Penelope. So they addressed the elephant in the room. Was it in the first episode? I think it was. Yeah, it was in the first episode. And so, Eloise and Penelope ran into each other at the Modis, and this video might be long. I might have to break it up into two parts. I'm not sure. But I liked how they handled, Eloise and Penelope's friendship, and, her basically saying, look, I didn't tell nobody about what you did because I didn't want to have to relive that. You know what I'm saying? And, Penelope apologized. Like I said, she wanted to do that night. And she basically said, why did you apologize? You apologized for what you said, or you apologized because I found out it was you? And I feel like eventually we'll have to expound upon that a little bit. Lord Devlin is fan child. Can we talk about it? The makeover. Y'all already know how I feel about the dress. The fact that everybody was living for her. Like, she walked in there and everybody was like, Penelope? Did y'all see Cressida? Hater. Bitch, even Eloise was shook. She was like, bitch, I know you lying. Everybody was eyeballing Penelope, baby. Colin, I love the fact that they made it to where Colin's back was facing the stairs. So literally, he had to see her when she walked past him versus the way everybody else saw her. Him being the last to know. I loved everything about it. We needed more Penn and Madame Delacroix moments. Also, I love the fact that even though Penn and Eloise aren't cool, Eloise still cared enough to apologize to her friend for the fucked up shit that Cressida did. Cressida ripped her dress, and she'll always be a big ass hating ass heifer. Yeah, it's the fact, like I said, Francesca ain't even been home a minute, and she's sick of them niggas already. Like, she let it be known off rip. She's sick of them. She's sick of them. She's sick of them. She's sick of them. I like the cute little moment Francesca and Penn had. I loved everything about that. I feel like we need just a little more Kate and Anthony before they left for the extended honeymoon. I kind of wish we would have saw more of Benedict in episode 1, giving us more of him taking on a more leadership role within the family. I mean, we touched on it when, they talked about it at the club. The Mondridge's story, I personally happen to like. A lot of people didn't like it, and that's okay. Um, Colin apology to Penelope. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it because we really got to see him care for her, and we really got to see that he really does cherish her. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like she should have had a little more rah-rah for him, like she did the night before. Angry Colin. Can we talk about Angry Colin for a minute? Now, I want to talk about a moment that cracked me up every time I watched it. After Colin came back from apologizing to Penelope, and Eloise was standing there reading Lady Whistledown, and he came in the house, and Eloise said, "Brother, where you been?" He said, "Nowhere." He said, "What you read?" She said, "Nothing." What I tell you, that cracked me clean the fuck up. Cause that's literally like some similar shit. Like, where you been at? None of your business. What you doing? I ain't doing nothing. And so, she hands him the paper. He reads what Penelope, Lady Whistledown ass wrote, and he was hot. I'm talking about hot, boy. Let me tell y'all something. I love Luke's Newton's way of portraying angry Colin. It's something a little sexy about when he angry, child. I don't know. Is that just me? That make me a little toxic? I don't know, for it. But when he basically said, "I don't know who Lady Whistledown is, but when I find the writer, I'm going to unmask them and I'm going to ruin their life." And he stormed up the steps. And Eloise was just like, "Oh, shit." Because she asked him if he knew who it was. He was like, "No. But when I find out, bitch, they gonna wish they was sorry." So I loved everything about that. Then we get to episode 2, which is called How Bright the Moon. Did I read the title of episode 1? I hope I did. And I love the fact in the opening of that episode, we talk about the spinsters, right? And I love how we did this. We went from the wallflowers, which Penelope was a wallflower when we met her. And now we're going into spinsterhood because now Penelope is considered a spinster. So I love the fact that she mentioned all of the spinsters who found love, including our newest Viscountess. I love the addition of Penelope's lady maid, Ray. I live for her. I live for her. I live for her. Um, can we talk about the fact they put that corset on Pin, and baby Pin got body yada 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 yada. Listen, the scene with her, um, the scene with her, and that fan split weather with her. Listen, that shit is hilarious, funny, pure comedy. Okay, what else happened? I love Lady Danbury's and Violet's relationship. I love the fact that the Queen basically let it be known. Oh, can we talk about how episode 1 real quick? How the Queen, how Lady Danbury, the Queen, was talking about the whole naming of the diamond situation. And, Lady Danbury was like, "That's right. You only named a diamond once." Lady Whistledown named the first diamond, and she was right about the Duchess. And it was Brimsley's face in the background, like, "Bitch, you gonna let her talk to you like this?" Like she just go, "What?" That was pure comedy. Listen, the actor who plays Brimsley, I live for him. Lady Danbury and Violet's friendship, like I was saying, I love it. I love the fact that after her and the Queen talked about, Lady Danbury and the Queen talked about the new name for the diamond and not being the diamond. She's gonna call it something different, and how she just needs the girls to give her a little extra look. And so, Lady Danbury immediately went over there and told Violet, like, "Look here, girl. She's still interested. She just don't want to call it a diamond because, her and Lady Whistledown got beef or whatever the case may be. But look, we got to get Francesca in front of the Queen and do a whole bunch of things to make sure she's seen." And I love the fact that Hyacinth was like, "Oh, anybody?" And it was like, "In society, friend, you have not had your debut yet. Chill out, friend." So I love the fact we're getting to see more Hyacinth and her personality. I have, of course, listened to Hyacinth's book. So yeah. Um I'm loving the matureness of how they're dressing Prudence and Philippa, and I love the way they're doing their hair and their color. You know, the color palettes of their clothing and stuff. I live for all of it. And I think I kind of live for the fact that Prudence like, look, I don't want to be hunching on that man. I want to show him off. Let the hoes know I got me a man. Okay, Shantae's got a man at home. And you hoes gonna see him all the time. Okay, I'm not alone. Portia is Aggie though. Like Portia started to work on my nerve again. And like I like the fact that we liked the Portia for that brief second at the end of season 2. And now she back to get on our motherfucking nerve. Here she go in full effect, being aggravated. And it's like that didn't last long, now did it? Can we talk about the threesome? Okay, the menage a trois. Listen, it came out that it was gonna happen. I'm in the Bridgerton group on Facebook. And a lot of people in the group was like, girl, they lying. They not lying, friend. It was threesome. Now I feel like we should have had a little more hunching, you know, instead of gripping and grabbing and kissing. Now don't get me wrong, when he grabbed that thigh, I was like, ooh. And when he grabbed her face, I was like, oh. Oh. Well, Mr. Bridgerton, you and Benedict is freaks. Y'all is freaks, okay? But I loved everything about that. Also, kind of like him a thicker. Because them two girls he was having that threesome with, baby, they was thicker than a snicker. Did you see it? It's okay. Colin got low. He got him a type, okay? He got him a type, okay? I loved the fact that when Colin and Penelope met, in the market, they talked about the first time they met. So y'all know in the book, if you read the book, of course, like I said, we're gonna talk about the book. That's actually how the book starts. It talks about the day Colin and Penelope met. And this was actually, she was 15, and so he's like 5 years older than her. So he was like 21. She was like 15, going on 16, and he was like 21, or whatever the case may be. Because in season 1, I believe Colin was either 20 or 21. And so she was like 17 at the time. So he should have been 22, right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, so he should have been 22 at the time. In season 1, he should have been 22 because she was 17, because he's supposed to be 5 years older than her. And the fact that they talked about it, and I loved the conversation they had and how it was had. And you saw the friendly camaraderie between them. And the fact that, you know, she was giggly and smiley, and he was low-key a little flirtatious with her. And I loved that. I kind of wish, now don't get me wrong, I do like that they made it a conversation between them to give them more scenes where they're talking. But I do kind of wish it was more of a flashback scene. That's just my own personal feelings, okay? But I do like the fact that they made that a conversation, and about him basically explaining that once you don't give a fuck, he didn't say it like that, but once you don't give a fuck about how people feel about you, you honestly can live your life and feel how you want to feel. Now, don't get me wrong, Colin was still putting on, like Penelope had clocked, because Penelope sees him clear as day. Okay, that's why she said what she said, lady. Whistle down. The card game between the siblings was very much sibling bonded. Like, that was everything. I love the fact that they included in the lesson they did at Bridgerton House, of Penelope talking about how, you know, she knows she's a clever person and she knows how she's witty, but sometimes it gets stuck between her heart and her head, and sometimes it won't come out. Now, I don't remember if this was, I'm trying to remember if she actually verbally said it in the book, or if it was more like a narration of like her character. You know what I'm saying? So I don't exactly remember, but I love the fact that they had her say that, because that was in the book. Okay. So I like that we very much got book details. Her telling him about his eyes and him being stuck was everything. You hear me? Everything. Okay. Actually seeing that scene with the context was everything. Um I like I said, I like the Mond Richards story. I really do like it. Carissa the mama is eggy. Can we talk about the fact that like her mama wasn't this eggy in season. Well, her mama was Aggie season one when she told Violet, like, we know Daphne got the face, but my baby got the money. And then like in season two, she was Aggie then too. Like she's Aggie. I mean, just Aggie friend. I love the fact that at the what was it the ninth moon ball or whatever it was. Oh, the scene with the book, right? So I know a lot of people don't like the fact that a lot of people didn't like that they changed what he said in his journal. Because in the journal in the book, he talks about when he's on the beach in whatever country he was in, I think it was Greece, and how lonely he felt or whatever. But I love that they changed it to him having relations hunching in Paris, and how even though he's out there with these beautiful women and he's exploring and enjoying himself in this very intimate space, he still feels lonely. There's no connection. And so I personally like that. Now I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the way they had him cut his hand. I do feel like it should have been a thing where he was like maybe like sweeping the glass into his hand, and then one of the pieces of glasses cut his hand, versus the way that they did it. I didn't personally care for that. But and I don't like the way she was like, let me. I don't care for that. But I do love the way that they were staring at each other, because that was very much from the book. So yeah, I loved every moment of that. What else? Oh, when they was at the wait, is this the right ball? Yeah, this is all within the same ball. Yeah, it was just different rooms and stuff. Okay, I like the fact that Colin had gassed Penelope up, and basically, she was like, "You want me to go over there and talk to that Viscount?" He was like, "Girl, don't you forget you motherfucker." He didn't say it like that, but we gonna modernize it. He was like, basically, "Girl, don't you motherfucking forget you was Penelope motherfucking Featherington. Now go over there and talk to that man." And that's what she did. And the poor man was distraught and heartbroken about his horse. And I love the fact that in true Colin and Penelope fashion, they joked and was very inappropriate and was laughing about it. I loved everything about it. I also like the fact that Eloise was being like what y'all over there doing, laughing and kikiing. And I love the fact that they had Eloise talk about the fact that her and Penelope talked about becoming spinsters together. Now, mind you, this was more so some but Eloise wanted versus Penelope, because Penelope want her husband, honey. You could be a goddamn spinster all you want to. Penelope ain't never agreed to that, friend. Okay. So it showed that Eloise does still care and miss her friend. And I like the fact that we did have a moment where Eloise did tell something that she wasn't supposed to, because we know Eloise can't keep a secret. And so it wasn't the fact that that Penelope was Lady Whistledown. She's still very much holding that, keeping that to her chest. But the fact that Colin is helping Penelope find a husband. And I like the fact that, she asked him about her in the carriage ride when she was like, "She ain't looking for no husband, and you, is she?" He was like, "No, I'm just helping her, whatever." We still saw that once again. She still very much cares about her friend. Um, what else? I love the friendship that we see growing between Benedict, Colin, Will, and his wife Alice. I love the fact that they do have people a part of the ton, especially one of the most popular families, being there and championing for them. I do like that very much. Um, I think Francesca may be autistic. they touch on the fact that, you know, she's introverted, but I feel like we may be now getting into like very, very, very early stages of undiagnosed autism, because Francesca loves music and that's like her safe space. Um, and like literally, like music is like the thing that calms her down. Like the day of the debut, she was playing the piano, and the fact that, you know, she's very socially awkward, and like she don't deal with people well. Her family is a lot for her. She talked about, I think, I don't know if it was it this, no, it's one of the other episodes, and but she talked about how like when she's around her entire family, she still feels alone. But I do think Francesca may be autistic. Like, she may have had one of the earliest undiagnosed of autism. Um, is Philippa not knowing how sex work for me? When her mama and her sister was basically talking about it, like Prudence was like, "Girl, I don't like none of it. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it." Like, you know, Prudence know what's popping because she told us her and that man only did it on their wedding night, and you know she don't like it. And the reason they gotta hush their husbands is because of the forged letter Portia and Valley put together last season about one of them having an heir. And so Philippa was like, "Yeah, we was laying together or whatever." And so Portia was like, "Well, what do y'all be doing?" And Philippa was like, "We be kissing and we be hugging, and then he make noise, and then he go change his clothes." And Prudence said his pants stay on, and she was like, "Yeah." And baby Portia was like, "I know you fucking lie." And Prudence was just looking at her like, "Bitch, this whole time you got me thinking you over here hunching like rabbits with this man. That's not what y'all doing." Baby, Portia was ready. Portia was so distraught, child. She didn't know what to do with herself. That poor baby didn't know how it worked. Because she was like, when he inserts himself. And Philippa was like, inserts himself into where? What is we talking about? That was pure comedy. I like the fact that Lady Danbury is very much the type of friend that would trick you into doing things that you think, oh, you just discovered on your own by taking Francesca to go play the piano and then just asking the queen to come look at some art, and her finding Francesca. She's like, "Brother, you back here minding your own business, girl. You ain't even thinking about me." Yes, sparkling, honey, sparkling. I was like, "Lord, Francesca, you became the diamond of the season, girl." The fact that everybody was talking about it. Let's talk about the fact. So they had the song "Jealous," because they gave us the set list, and the fact that they had "Jealous" playing when Penelope was talking to Lord Remington, the lord that was in the wheelchair, and Carla came over there, very much so feeling some type of way, talking about, "You like him? You had a good time?" She was like, "Yeah, I enjoyed myself talking to him." He was like, "Oh, you did, huh? Well, all right, I guess." Like, you can tell, even though he's helping her, he feels some type of way about it. And it's just funny that we see, like, Colin does feel some type of way about Penelope. He does like her. So it's very much so like he was in that place of unknowing how he felt about her, which played upon very much stuff from the book. The fact that, you know, everybody was whispering about Colin and Penelope, and Colin immediately jumped in the, "What y'all talking about?" You know what I'm saying? Like, Colin wasn't having none of that. None of that. None of that. I was like, "You better." Baby, Penelope said that come down all nice and gentle and got the fuck out of Dodge. And I love the fact that Eloise was chasing after her. And Colin immediately was like, "Eloise, did you tell Cressida about what I said about Penelope? And she was like, I did, but he was like, look, I don't understand why you like Cressida old whole ass over Penelope, but that does not warrant the shit that you did to her. And I'm thinking, well, friend, if you knew what she knew, what I know, you wouldn't be so gung-ho about having all this rah-rah for Eloise. I love the fact that Penelope wrote about it, right? She's Lady Whistledown. Everybody kept saying, oh, I can't wait to see what Whistledown got to say about it. And I'm like, y'all just read Lady Whistledown about her. And the fact she was crying in that carriage broke my heart. That broke my heart. I was like, God damn it, friend. But friend went home and she wrote that motherfucking sheet. She wrote it. She wrote it. And I have to say, it was genius the way she did it. Her talking about it the way that she did, and in the validity of how she did it. I don't even think I'm using that word right. And how, like, it was harsh. Like, how you expected Lady Whistledown to say it. Like, child, the girl ain't even had a many prospects, and I don't nobody want to be bothered with. Like, the way she said what she said. Penelope's she a beast with that pen, that quill. Don't play with her. And I love the fact that not only was she writing about it, but she was also putting her own feelings on it, talking about hope. And I love the fact that they had it to where Eloise checked Cressida because she thought Cressida did it when it was really one of them new heifers. And Cressida checked Eloise right back and said, hold up, time out for it. First of all, I know I don't care for Penelope. She not one of my favorite people. But I also know that you and her are in this weird space in y'all friendship. So I would never do such a thing like that. Okay? Because we talked about this. But you stood there without a care in the world about who could hear and said what you said about her. So while you sit here trying to come at me about being cruel, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay? She didn't say it like that, but that's how she meant it. Okay? We're going to modernize and translate. Okay? So I loved everything about that. And I love the fact that they had it to where, you know, Lady Whistledown was reading it and stuff like that. And I love the fact that Colin peeking out his window trying to see if he see her. I liked it, everything about that. Portia. They came in that goddamn room talking about, girl, is this why you changed your clothes? Girl, I thought you was doing this shit for you. I didn't know you did this because you thought in your third season you was gonna find you a husband. Mind you, in the first episode, they had Portia say the line from the book, because it's gonna be me and you forever, friend. And that's when Penelope said, oh, I think the fuck not. No, it's not. Girl, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Getting me a husband. Girl, I'm not staying here with you. You got me fucked up. So Portia coming there talking about, you really thought you was gonna find you a husband in your third season? Huh? That's what you thought? Huh? Girl, ain't nothing wrong with being alone. Shit. It's just like, bitch, I'm not staying here with you. I'm getting the fuck up out of here, friend. I'm not staying here with you, Portia. I'm not doing that. No, thank you. I'm getting me a husband. Come highway or hell water, bitch. What is it? Hell or high water. Penelope was getting her a man. She getting fucking. She not playing with you, Portia. The kiss. Now, I know a lot of people don't care for the kiss, because again, they ain't read the book. But that's exactly how it happened in the book. The only difference is the location. In the book, I believe it happened in the Featherington drawing room. Or was it? I think it was at the Featherington house. It was either the Bridgerton house or the Featherington house, but it happened in the drawing room. Whereas in the show, it happened in the garden. Excuse me. So unladylike. But shout out to, again, the lady maid Ray, because she was like, girl, I got your back. And so, you know, they had their scene, and I have to say what was funny was Penelope said, I could simply die. And God was like, you're not gonna die. She said, but I could die and I have not been kissed and it could kill me. He said, you'd already be dead. That line alone cracked me clean up. And so she was just like, please. And I know a lot of people don't like the fact that she begged him, but I feel like y'all missed the point. She had her chance. Two, and because of the scandal, her chance was slim to none. And so because she felt like, okay, if this is going to be my life, if I'm going to be stuck here in this house forever with my mama, I might as well have my first kiss. And that's what that's from, the book. Her being put in the place where she felt like it was never going to happen. And I know a lot of y'all don't like the fact that, of course, you know, she's only 20 and not damn near 30. But you have to think about it. Her mother just said some of the most horrible shit to her. The day before, all of these people literally stood there and said, child, that girl is a whole ass spinster. You was wasting your time on her. She was depleted. She was literally defeated. She was in a place where she was losing hope, like Lady Whistledown said. So fuck it. It's not gonna mean nothing. Just kiss me. And that's what it was. But it did mean something, because you could tell that all the feelings and all the emotions she has felt over the past 5 years all came rushing. Well, we'll say 4, right? Yeah. What is? Yeah, so we'll say 4 years, right? Because this happened right before she turned 16, but she was only 15 at the time. Yeah. So all these emotions she felt over the past 4.5 years came out in this kiss, and these feelings that Colin was feeling, because he did like what he saw. Because again, he did compliment her when he seen her in the dress. And the fact that he does care about her. She is special to him. So that kiss wasn't just about her begging him to kiss her, but it was about this point in both of their lives where she felt like she had nothing else to live for. You know, not she would harm herself, but you know what I'm saying? Like, she no longer felt like she had a purpose. And him being in this place where he was still technically finding himself and searching for something and someone. And she was that something and that someone. And he finally was at that point where that's what it is. That's what it is. All from a kiss. That's it. That's all, y'all. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you never miss a video when I do upload. And don't forget to share my videos wherever with whoever, so it rocks with your girl. I love you. Bye.